Damn it all. I just watched the Tigers go 3 up and 3 down here on Saturday on Memorial Day weekend. All right, they've lost 2 to the Cleveland Guardians already. We got to even this 4-game series. It is 3-2 Tigers right now. But I want to say thank you to all of the men and women, everyone that is fighting for this country, whether they are on the battlefield or they are in hospitals or they are in Congress, what have you. If you are fighting for democracy, I am all for you. Seriously, I love all of you. I hope none of you fall. But unseriously, on a lighter note, I want to remember someone that fell from the sports arena not too long ago, and that is Michigan State football. Michigan State was just here. They were just here, and now they're gone. D'Antonio is gone. And now Mel Tugger has the NOA, notice of allegations against him from the NCAA. I remember when Michigan State was awesome. I remember them well, and they were alive. They had a pure hatred for Michigan, and it worked. That kind of hatred, that fire in their belly, really worked for them for a while. While Michigan was down, of course, had their dark ages with the Lloyd Carr after Lloyd Carr with the Rich Rod and Brady Hoke era. Pure hatred got them through. Michigan will never forget Michigan State and how they were alive for some time. Michigan State won 10 of 14 games from 2008 to 2021 versus Michigan. During that time, Michigan State won 3 Big Ten titles. They did in 2010, 2013, and 2015, and made the college football playoff at least one of those times, if I recall correctly. They made 11 bowl games during this time. 6 of them were wins. It was the golden age of Michigan football just recently. Mel Tucker won a bowl game versus Pitt in 2021. But since then, they haven't beaten Michigan and haven't won a bowl, mainly because they can't make one nowadays. I'd say it's a tragedy, but I believe that they could be revived because of videos like these that I'm recording right now that will give them a little bit of hatred in their belly once again. But just remember, Michigan State, Big Brother remembers the tactics that you used to win those games. Nasty, physical. Other teams now are beating Michigan that way in, I'll get to that later, Illinois, Indiana. But Aiden Childs for Michigan State is back for Jonathan Smith, the head coach, and the coaching staff. He is a junior. Childs is a great athlete. All right, the Tigers got 2 outs already in the top of the 7th. Nobody on base. Let's go. Childs is a great athlete, okay, but 59% last season is not that great. 2,415 yards is not that great, especially with a 7.5 average per completion. Terrible. He had 13 touchdowns to 11 interceptions, which is not good at all. He had 225 rushing yards, but only on 2.3 yards per carry. So it has to be the players around him that suck, right, Spartans? Well, Now you have 7 transfers in on offense that are expected to play, and 3 of them are on the offensive line. Center, Matt Golbin from Wake Forest came in. Right guard, Luka Vinchik came in from Oregon State. Right tackle, Connor Moore came in from somewhere. I don't even know if he made it onto your roster or not. I could not complete that research for him. There was no news on it. So, but I think he's there for you. At left tackle, a sophomore will be still there in Stanton Rammel. Is that going to be your left tackle? At left guard, a junior will be Christian Phillips yet again. So the offensive line is not formidable, not experienced, not, them are not the words. They are not cohesive yet. We'll see if they can be for Aiden Childs and company. 2 transfers come in at wide receiver, and that is other than Nick Marsh, a sophomore who returns for Michigan State, who had 41 catches for 649 yards, a 15.8 average, and he had 3 receiving touchdowns. The 2 receivers that came in from the portal, statistically, they're better than Nick Marsh, but we all know that they played in lesser against lesser competition, and Nick Marsh played in the Big Ten. So he's your guy. But Amari Kelly came in from Middle Tennessee, 53 catches for 869 yards, 16.4 average, and 4 receiving touchdowns. He's 6 foot and 180 pounds. Littler guys here that you brought in. Christian McCray came from Kent State, 40 catches for 705 yards. That's a 17.6 average, 9 receiving touchdowns. But this guy's 5'10 and 163 pounds. Do you really expect him to hold up in Big Ten play? Jack Velling is back at tight end, which is something that you all should be excited about. A junior had 36 catches for 411 yards, 11.4 average, and he had 1 receiving touchdown. At running back, looks like it's going to be this Elijah Tolliver, who transferred in from Sacramento State. Yeah, Sacramento State. 184 carries for 958 yards. So almost 1,000 yards last season in Division whatever that is. 2 or, is it FCS? I don't know. But 5.2 average per rush is pretty good, no matter who you're going against. 7 rushing touchdowns. He also had 38 catches for 317 yards. That's a 8.3 average per reception out of the backfield and 2 receiving touchdowns. So the offense needs a lot of work. Defensively, Michigan State was 81st in points per game allowed last year, which is not good, with 28.5 points per game allowed. Terrible. But a little bit better. They were 39th in yards per game allowed with 350 yards. So these statistics need to get better as well if Michigan State is going to make a bowl game this upcoming season. So let's look at the schedule. What I have here on this schedule is a win total of 5.5. Vegas thinks Michigan State's win total is 5.5. So you think they're going to go under, or do you think they're going to make a bowl finally? Well, they have Western Michigan at home. I think that's a win, clearly. Boston College at home. This is a toss-up, but I'm giving Michigan State a win because of Aiden Childs and his new wide receivers and his new offensive line and the fact that Jonathan Smith is a good coach, I think they win that game as well going forward right now, as of this moment. Youngstown State at home is a win. You go to USC, that is going to be a loss. At Nebraska is a loss. But UCLA at home, I think it is a win for you guys. At Indiana, loss. Michigan at home, loss. We'll get to that later in this video. At Minnesota, this might be a turning point for your bowl eligibility. You have to win this game at Minnesota, who went 8-5 last season. You went 5-7 last season. It's on the road, but you need this win to make a bowl. I don't think you do it. I think you lose this game as of right now. Then you get your second bye of the season before you play Penn State and at Iowa. Both of those are losses. You have Maryland at home at the end of the season. I think you win that game. But as of right now, that only gives you 5 wins. Only 5 in this upcoming season. Michigan State's opponents in the Big Ten went 71-47 last season, a 60% clip. Their overall opponents went 84-60, a 58% clip. That tells you that they should beat the hell out of their non-conference opponents. Those 3 wins need to be gimmies. They need to be wins. And then where do you find 3 others? Like I said, I think UCLA and Maryland. I don't know where you get your 6th win from. So, I don't want this video to be insensitive to anyone but Michigan State fans, because it already has been insensitive to those people, and that's fine. Over the past 3 seasons, Michigan has won the game. You gave your all, Sparty, in those games. But lately, Indiana and Illinois are better than you. They are. In fact, they beat Michigan this past season. You did not. Now, it's not like it's 49-0 all the time over the past 3 years. You've had some close games. So it's quite drastic. It's quite a drastic fall for Michigan State, really. Especially when you consider the additions to the conference coming up, like Oregon, USC, Washington, and UCLA joining the Big Ten. You know, they only get a couple of those, but UCLA is the only one they get right here. So, man. Oh, at USC, that's going to be a loss. So, but UCLA needs to be a win of those teams. And the rest of the teams is becoming like the SEC is becoming a gauntlet for every non-bowl eligible team in the conference. Vanderbilt, really good team. Couldn't make a bowl. Or maybe they did last season. I actually think they did last season. Michigan State might be a really good team, but the schedule and the teams that they play are better. It's a gauntlet now. So, happy Memorial Day to Michigan State fans out there who are still going for a program that died a couple of years ago. Maybe they can be revived. If you can make a bowl this upcoming season, then I will deem you worthy to talk about yet again on this channel. But otherwise, till then, it's not going to happen. Go Blue.